The doors of the quiche is open. The doors of the quiche is open. The doors of the quiche is open. It's 2:48. 2:48 in the morning. And I can't sleep. Letting everybody come on in. Everybody come on in. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. My name is Lakeisha Smith, and I just wanted to tell a little bit of my story, my teeth story. Um, Guys, I'm sorry, I don't know much about YouTube. My kids introduced me to YouTube probably in about 2017. If you go back, you may see a couple of videos where me and my family is just unapologetically being us. And just over time, you guys know things evolve, people evolve, and I actually was totally against this because I use YouTube for school purposes. Because if it's mandatory that I do some work on here, I do. But other than that, I'm pretty confidential, and I feel like that this space, I felt like this space can cause a lot of chaos if not used appropriately. But I'm not those one of those type of people. And myself said Keisha, and I said self, huh? And they were like, tell your story. And I've always felt like everybody had a story. Who wants to hear somebody else's story, somebody else's problem, somebody? But I had to get out of that negative space and just go for it. I just press play, y'all, and I was like, I'm going for it. So this particular video um, is going to be the beginning of me opening myself up in a way that I really just never cared to, but I'm hoping in the end um, is to help somebody. I'm hoping it will help somebody. I'm hoping it's a teaching experience. I'm hoping it's a learning experience, and I'm hoping that it can really impact someone's life to love themselves enough to take the step to better themselves, better their quality of life, better their appearance, um, become a better person for themselves and the people around them. Um, with that being said, um, yeah, it's about these teeth in my mouth. I'm not going to smile big, and no, I'm just not going to do that. It's kind of hard enough just doing this video in itself. I'm going to try to make this video only 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, tops 45, because I know, some of them, can be too long and drawn out. And I'm not a pro at this, and I don't want to bore anybody. A big shout out to the denture community. I've been watching you guys off and on. I don't know everybody personally. There's so many, and that surprised me. That really did. Young, old, all nationalities, everywhere in the world. I did not know that so many people was having or are having teeth issues. I was so busy wrapped up in my own that I didn't realize that so many people are being affected by this. Um, I just wanted to start from the beginning. I got something to show you guys. This means a lot to me. It's me when I was a baby. The only picture that I have of myself from my childhood, it was given to me by my mother for Mother's Day. The beginning, when I didn't have any teeth and the fresh new ones was coming in, y'all. And anybody that's 35 and older, y'all should be familiar with that type of backdrop. Telling my age by showing this picture, which I'm proud of my age. I don't have a problem with my age at all. So, yes, in the beginning, uh, I don't remember ever being taught as a child the importance of teeth brushing, like the beginning, when you 1 and 2 and you get your little cute toothbrush, and or the daily regimen of just of hygiene. Uh, I don't remember that. My childhood, my life in general, is a full story in itself, but I won't go there, at least not on this video. But I just do not remember as a child, um, that being of any importance. The only thing I can remember that was of any importance. And guys, you'll have to excuse me if my words come out wrong, or because there's so many spaces and I don't have any molders. And in later videos, I'll get to talking about that. I'm just trying to start from the beginning, but just my mouth shape and everything is so unaligned that I talk, kind of funny. But anyways, I don't remember anyone making sure or teaching me the importance as a young child of dental care. Um, I can't remember a lot about my childhood, but the few little the few little things that I do remember, um, yeah, brushing your teeth, um, just was not the people around you. You never, where I'm from or where I grew up at, you never heard anybody saying, casually, "Oh, I got a dentist appointment," or anybody, showing off their teeth. Or when you talk to people, I mean, they had all, the people I was around that I can remember as a child, they had teeth in their mouth, but if no one ever really just told you the importance, or that's not one of the things that I had questions about or inquired about. I don't remember having any as a little girl having any teeth issues, like my teeth hurting or anything. I did have teeth. I don't remember them being ugly. I don't remember. I got teased about a lot of things, but I don't remember the teeth being one of them. So I'm thinking that my teeth were one of the okay things about me. Now that I sit here and think about it, because it's not something I ever really just had to suffer from, being picked on about or anything of that nature. Um, going up a little further into the teenage years, I, dealt with some traumatic experiences, but nevertheless, we're talking, let's go into middle school, into high school. I still, at this point, you would think, okay, being around other girls, um, and I was a hermit, so this kind of probably was one of the reasons why I really didn't talk with a lot of people. But girls typically hold girls up to higher standards because you get around dainty girls, or young ladies, or girls who actually are around people that teach them this. And I don't ever remember anyone saying, "Ew, your teeth," or "Ew, your breath." Again, during my teenage years, nothing, I don't remember anything traumatic. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe from middle school to high school, all my teeth were in my mouth. So there was really not any reason for anybody to be mean to me. So although dental hygiene was not still at this point something that was introduced to me, I guess my teeth were in a normal fashion to where I can live day to day as a child and be fine. Um, Graduate high school, um, made some choices that I may not should have, like some of us. Um, but you would think by 18, 19, 20 years old, you would be you have to look at yourself every day at that point. And I just do not remember. Again, I had teeth in my mouth. And I guess I was like, okay, I guess you start thinking, okay, this is the normal way of life. What is a dentist? Who is a dentist? So what does it matter to me? No one ever told me about it. No one has ever showed me about it. So you may as well not even tell me about it because I'm not even going to know what you're talking about. This is 19, no, this is 17, 18, 19 years old because 19, I got pregnant with my first child. Now, this point is when I think, oh, I want to backtrack a little bit. In my community, when I was young, I lived in a very impoverished community. So there was, I do remember two times going to the dentist. There was like this van, which now that I think about it, is insane because I would not never ever let my children um, get in this van and go to with anybody. But there was this van that would come to the community. I'm thinking maybe it was like some government assisted or government type thing where they would come pick up kids in the impoverished community and they would take them to the dentist. Now I do remember those two times, a slight memory of being scared. I don't think it was more so the dentist or the needles because I was totally unaware. And you know what? I take that back. It could have been a traumatic experience just in general. I don't know. Um, going into a dentist office you never been in, um, strangers. I mean, I don't even really just know who thought of that. And I know they were probably trying to help. Believe me, I'm a humble person and I don't want to sound ungrateful or whatever. And I guess my train of thought is going toward here and now and how that could be crazy. But nevertheless, I don't remember ever being getting harmed by anybody on the van or anybody in the dentist, thank God. But just not ever really just having that experience. Um, when I went in there, from what I can remember, I just remember the numbing. I don't even remember a needle because as a child, I do remember being afraid of needles. And the needles, not from the dentist, but the few times that I went to doctor for immunizations. And even up until I was about 19 or 20, I had a phobia of needles. But I never recall seeing the needle at the dentist. I just remember, being numbed. So two times, and I'm thinking now that I'm older, they probably filled in some cavities. There wasn't a parent there, to discuss, things that would go on now. You take your kids to the dentist. The dentist tell your mom, your dad, auntie, uncle, because everybody's not fortunate to have a mom and dad. They tell them, oh, okay, we found a few cavities. Just that engaging conversation so that the parent can be educated on none of that. I guess they just fix whatever, put us back on this van, and then send us back into what I call the hood, and let us go. So it was two times when I was a kid, and I remember that. Still, no education. Got back home from those two times, still no one ever. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of my mom because um, she is not. She is not present to speak. I believe in letting people speak on their behalf, but um, I guess they just took you back home to wherever they picked you up from, and you just gone. But still, no education, no. Still went back to my surroundings, and still nothing. Never ever heard kids or anything say anything about the dentist. Well, moving forward, like I said, it wasn't until I turned 18, my first becoming pregnant with my first daughter. Uh, I'm hoping there's nobody negative in here when I say 18 and first daughter. Um, if it is, uh, everybody has a story. Keep your negative comments to yourself because there is some people that may have some negative comments and not may absolutely will have. That's another thing that kind of stopped me from this platform because there's always going to be someone that have something negative to say. So that kind of stopped me from really doing this, but I'm on here so I can do this. But anyhow, so um, of course, with some women, once you become pregnant, I guess with the baby taking all of the nutrients that they need. You have to, this is me being in a grown up mind, knowing now that you have to, keep your calcium up and things of that nature, and your, all that stuff, or the baby, your teeth will start to hurt. Mind you, prior to this, I never had any dental care anyway. So who knows what was going on prior to me even getting pregnant. So then you got this whole baby in your stomach taking all these nutrients. I'm sure not only teeth, but a whole lot of areas of the body is sucking stuff up. And just unfortunately, my teeth was starting to hurt. So if there's any women on here that ever been pregnant, when your teeth hurt and you have a whole human in your body, you're limited on the medications that you are given. So, and you're limited on the procedures from my personal experience. The personal experiences that, I'm sorry, guys, I got sidetracked. You're limited on the, you're just limited on the procedures. That's what you're limited on you're limited on the procedures that's allowed. So, I probably maybe got a cleaning maybe, and I think that may be about it. They probably, gave me some Tylenol or something. Hey, Jessica. They probably gave me some Tylenol or something and probably sent me home. So, yeah, so 18. So that's when the whole realization of caring for your teeth kicked in. Still, again, at this point, I'm 18. I got a baby on the way. No one's around me talking about dental health. No one's around educating me. No one's talking about going to the dentist. None of my friends talking about the dentist. Baby dad's not talking about the dentist. Again, no one's talking about the dentist. So life goes on. Second kid. Mine at this point, I still, second kid, I still have all my teeth. Nothing have fell out. Nothing have spaced out. Only thing I had experienced was um, just some normal, pain, which turned out to maybe be, they say it's cavities during your pregnancy, and give you some Tylenol and keep going. So, yeah, yeah, it's just the education wasn't there, the knowledge wasn't there, or anything. So, that's basically, you know, pretty much the moral of this story. Like, I oftentimes hear people, say, how did you even get here? Or people think, how did you even get here? Or no one, I just want to, in this particular first video, basically, no one knows anyone's story when when it comes to teeth. When I look in people's mouth and I see beautiful teeth, and actually, Sweet Lady V, I just got finished watching. Hey, Sweet Lady V, if you watch this, she was saying that she had beautiful teeth, and she was kind of still talking about how you still have to care for. So even when I look at people with pretty teeth, you just never know still what they have going on. But people with pretty teeth don't nearly get as much backlash as people that's not taking care of their teeth when your teeth is not pretty. So um, when I look at people, I just never judge, although um, I feel that way constantly. I feel like I've always felt like I got a yuck face from people, or things of that nature, and it hurts. But who cares? No one cares about anybody hurting. They just, some people facial expressions for um speak for them, and yeah. So this was basically an introductory video, just basically kind of leading up into some other things that I'll talk about. Like I said, I didn't want to stay on too long and bore anybody, um, which I shouldn't feel that way either, because all of us have something about us that's unique and interesting and fun. And I will get back on another time. I was nervous. I still am nervous. This is This is huge to be able to get on here and expose yourself in such a way on something you're having such a hard time with. But I'm here. If any of you guys um, feel led to, like, subscribe, share. You can leave your questions down in the comment, any encouraging words, um, any information that you may have as far as teeth care. Um, and I think that's about it. I enjoyed talking with you guys about this, and I can't wait until I can just open up more about it. I just wanted to give y'all the just the beginning of my teeth story. And the reason why I named this video Teeth History is because, history is things of the past, and, it's a story. And then eventually it's the things of the past. And these are my natural teeth. And I am in the process of getting new teeth. And my natural teeth will be the thing of the past. They'll be history. So I enjoyed you guys coming in and spending time with Keish. I'm going to try to get some sleep because I have to be at work in a couple of hours. But the doors of the quiche are closed, and y'all make sure y'all have an absolutely fabulous week. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Be careful. Take care of yourselves. And that goes for every area of your life, not just your teeth. And love on yourselves, most importantly. Love on yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you definitely can't love anybody else. All right, y'all.